All right, here we go. Everyone, hope you're having a great day. So I finally got a little free time and it's wonderful out, so I figured I would share one of my favorite parks with you. Check this out. All right, I'm at the Lucian Morin Park on Empire Boulevard. Lots of trails, lots of beautiful sights to see. And also, fun fact, which it used to say right on the sign here, but Lucian Morin was Monroe County's first elected official. How cool is that? But yeah, let's check it out. So, follow me. Yeah, of course I had to get the toes out. You know me. Yep, full of beautiful trails. There's a restaurant right next door if you want. You can stop in, get some food. I haven't been there. Not since it was a McGregor's Grill and Tap Room, which I worked there at that time. It was pretty fun. And one time, before work, a couple co-workers and I came to the park. Fun times. We were hiking around back here. You know, we came 4 hours before we had to work, and we didn't stay on the trail, and we got lost. Yeah, we were running around, and it got to the point where we were going to be late for work. Luckily, one of my friends had his cell phone on him, and he used the Google Maps to get us back to where we needed to be. But unfortunately for him, once we got back to the stone path, he realized his keys had fallen out of his pocket, and he had to go back and look for them. But us, I jogged all the way up to work, busted in the door all sweaty. I was like, Andrew, I'm here. I just had to wash off in the sink. But yeah, check this out. Boom. Coming into the park, there's a couple trails. I missed the first couple. I'll stop on the way out and show you. There's a nice stone path that comes down right by the bay. These beautiful scenic sights. And also, right next door, there is, well, a couple doors down, a canoe and kayak rental place, which is awesome. I've done it before years ago with my family. We rented some kayaks, and there was actually a tour guide who took us back through the marshes here, explained some of the local history, and it was awesome. A lot of fun sights to see out here. One time I ran into a deer in here, and I talked to him for like 20 minutes. He was on top of a little hill, and I was like, come on down, buddy. Come on down, it's okay. He looked like he was thinking about it for a second. He like shifted his feet, and then he stayed there. But still, hey, I tried. Making friends, right? Sometimes it takes a little time. Yep, so, also, it's a big park. So like I was saying, I got lost here before. So if you hike, stay on the path. There are lots of trails. They're all well marked. I'll take you down some cool ones on the way out. Right now we're walking away from the bay and the lake and the road, but there's some paths that go right up to the top, up the hill, and you can check out and see the whole bay. It's pretty cool being up high. But yeah, I'll switch back around so you can keep checking out these wonderful views. Lucian Morin Park, everybody. Right on Empire Boulevard, down by the bay where the watermelon grow. Yep. Lots of hills if you love running up hills. Which, I mean, for fun, it's fairly fun. But when I was in cross country, hills, man, whew, gotta attack the hills. They're like, sprint up the hill. I'd sprint up the hill and I'd get to the top and be like, now I gotta go slower. Right? I mean, what's the point of that? Also, it's fun. There's a lot of down trees, which I love balancing on stuff. So, you might get to see me take a couple tumbles. You never know. One of the paths used to come up between this big tree, probably 3 or 4 foot in diameter, that had fallen. And they just cut the section that covered the path up. So, you know, I'd start on one side and I'd jump over to the other side. Yeah, we'll see how muddy my feet get. Yeah, sometimes in this little clearing, the Boy Scouts build little shelters. It's pretty fun. Reminds me of the old days. Got a couple pictures of me climbing around in there. Because, you know, you're never too old to be a kid. We all have to get older, but we don't need to grow up. Oh, chirping stopped. Sound like a chipmunk, not a bird. They chirp too. Okay, I guess we'll do it, guys. Going off the stones, which this path goes up and around a couple of hills, and it will eventually take me to where I want to go. There's a small grove of pine trees back in the old, I guess the National Guard used to do some. Oh, there's a chipmunk. Oh, it's a little brown squirrel. Hey, little guy, it's okay. I'm friendly. But yeah, I guess the National Guard used to do some training exercises back here. So, on the way out, I'll take you over there too. Yeah, there's a couple foundations for the buildings that are still there. And some stairwells that go nowhere. But yeah, there's a wonderful grove of pine trees. And one of them's my favorite tree in the park. I climb up there, weave my little legs in, and boom, I meditate up there, put my headphones in. I love coming on really windy days and get blown around by the wind. I don't know if you can hear it, but my feet are like squish squash. Yeah, the ground is a little cold, but it'll be good. But yeah, what parks do you guys like to go to? I mean, I don't live near this one anymore, so I don't make it out as much as I used to. Yep, now I live across the street from a small park, and I haunt that park now. I call it haunting the park because day or night I hike out there. And one time, well, as you can see, I go barefoot, and at nighttime I don't hike with a flashlight, which, you know, I have to walk slower, and it helps me bump into a lot of different animals. I have a lot of different encounters, experiences, and run-ins. Those are my 3 different classifications of interaction with wildlife. Yep. So a run-in would be like, I come around the corner, we lock eyes, and then they bolt. That's what I consider a run-in. An encounter is where one of us is stationary. Sometimes it's me, sitting on some rocks or in a tree meditating. A couple times it's them, and one of us will walk by the other one and continue, you know, on our activities. So that is an encounter. And for me, an experience is a higher level of interaction, a back and forth, which, yeah, I've had a lot of animal experiences. One time, night hiking in the dark, barefoot, no flashlight. It's a dirt path, kind of like it is here. And I felt leaves and foliage under my feet. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not on the path. So I stopped, I brought my flashlight out. Boom, right on the ground in front of me, a raccoon. If I had taken one more step, I would have kicked it. So yeah, I took one big step to the side. I'm like 6 foot tall, so I took one big, like 3 foot side step. Boom, back on the path. The raccoon followed me. It walked out onto the path. So boom, took a big step backwards. It kept coming forwards, nose to the ground, sniffing where my feet had just been. So I did that a couple more times, and I was thinking, what do I do? Do I stop and let the raccoon come up to me? Maybe try to pet it? Or do I keep backing up? You know, I've never been afraid in the wilderness, but I felt uncertain sometimes when I bump into animals. Like, how should I act? And normally, if you hesitate too much, they'll make the decision for you. So, yes, I hesitated too long, and that raccoon went off the path, climbed a tree, and looked at me. And it was so cute. Yeah. There's 3 raccoons. And I saw the other 2 that night too. I've always seen them together, all 3. One's littler and fluffier. He's the most adventurous out of the group. There's always one. The second one's medium size, sleek. And the third one was fat. It was hilarious. So after the first raccoon passed by and climbed up the tree, I stayed there like a statue. I didn't move. And then, boom, another raccoon, the skinny one. It gave me like a 10-foot berth, crossed over the trail over to where the other raccoon was. Another minute later, the fat one comes out. It gives me like a 20-foot, radius, and it squawked at me the whole time. I was like, man, calm down. I'm friendly. But yeah, so he was squawking at me the whole time. It's crazy. Alright, here, let me flip this around so you can see some of these wonderful trees. Boom. Look at us up here. Pretty awesome. Yeah, I've seen those 3 raccoons at least 6 times. All together. Sometimes they'll be up in the trees and they'll be dropping stuff to mess with me. At first I'm like, wait, what does that sound? And then, then I'll look around and I'll see those little eyes. You hear the trees squeaking in the wind? Alright, what do you think? Do you think I can jump from this one to that one? That one's kind of up in the air, so maybe if I go in the bend there where it's kind of supported. Boom! Yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite parks, Lucien Morin. Come check it out down on Empire Boulevard. Yeah, and I mean, it's okay if you stay off the path. Just take your phone. Just take it from me. The park's a lot bigger than it looks. And it's easy to get turned around. Like kind of right now. You ever feel like you're not on the path, but you're on like a game trail? That's normally where I reside. I hike the game trails. I'll be on the normal path, and I'll see a little game trail, and I'm like, whoop, whoop. Let me follow that, see what's up. And that's how I run into lots of cool animals. Yeah, I feel like this is not taking me where I want to go. Alrighty then. Ooh, that looks fun. Alright, how can we get in there? A little bit of this. A little bit of that. Alright, let's see. Pull my pants up so I can hop up on this guy. Here we go. Nope. Okay, take 2. I gotta tie up my scarf. It's Alright, here we go. Yes. Okay. We made it. Luckily, once I'm up here, the balancing itself is pretty simple. Alright. Let's see. Right path, left path. We'll go this way. Alright. Just a little hop down. Nothing major. All right, here we go. Oops, sorry, little trees. Whew. Okay, that was close. All right, we're running out of room here. We go hop, 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 and then continue on that way. Do, 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 do. Ooh, ooh, hold it together. All right, this one seems dead, and there's a, let me see if I can do a little crouchy crouch. Already cracked right there, but we'll see. We'll see how far it will hold my weight. All right, get the foot down. All right, all the way to the end. I can do it. Over to that one, over that one. Okay. Ooh, got poked in the eye. 1, 2, on the end. Okay. That one slipped off a little there. But I was already at the end, so I'll take it. Yeah. Ironically, like I said, I haven't been in this park in a while. And I believe I took the wrong path. Now it looks like I'm going to end up right where I started. Ooh, that looks fun. I got a little twisty branch over here. Let's see. Bam. Do you guys like balancing on stuff? All right, bread and butter the tree. All right, that's about as far as I can go that way. All right, maybe now that I'm going this way, it will take me to where I want to go. Ooh. Oh. Guys, I think I'm in the Twilight Zone. Does that tree look familiar to you? Send help. I may be lost in the park. Just kidding, I'll be fine. I can survive with the animals and make more friends. It'll be great. All right, so now maybe, I think I wanted to be on the white path. Haven't seen any markers, but I know where I am. And I know where I want to go. I just don't know how to get there. Because right here, the gravel path is down there. So, worst comes to worst, so just hippity hop down the hill. Alright. That would be fun. Yes, this looks better. They're also kind of similar. But I know we're going in the right direction now. Not a real thing. Well, it'll run off. Boom, boom. Ooh. Let's see. I wonder. I could definitely make this hop from here. Okay. That will add a little bit of extra here. Okay. Bend your knees. I have long legs, so luckily I can 1 foot at a time. All right. Now, this one. Okay, it's a real tree. I was gonna say if this tree wasn't here, I might be able to hop over to there. I mean, I try not to hurt any trees. Maybe if I just bend that branch back and go back further this way. There's a bunch of knobs on the end that look spiky. We got this. You ready? I just have to miss those spiky knobs and aim for where that hole is. But this tree is right in my way. I'm gonna see if I can bend these branches. Not just move them a little. Wait a minute. That's not even a real tree, guys. It's just a dead branch. Oh, you gotta stay on there. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, we definitely had this jump cleared now. You ready? Oh, watch out for that one, too. I got poked in the eye. Got it. And I'm off. All right, I'll start on the other side of this branch. Beep. Okay, go over. Oops, snapped a little limb off that. Sorry, buddy. Alright. Let's see. Got a little rockin' action in this guy. Should I try to go to the end, or should I go up this one and see if I can clear that little gap? I'm gonna see this one. There's a little branch up there. Maybe I can make it over to that one and then hop back down to that log. Under the limb on this guy. Okay. This guy's a little knobby. Ow. But we're gonna make it work. Ooh, bend those knees. Alright, we got this, we got this. Oh no, it's hollow on the end. Ooh, ah! Alright. How can I support my weight to make that jump to that branch? Okay. Yeah, that is not going to do it. I'm sorry, little tree. Alright, I'm going to just try to take one step lunge leap. 3, 2, bend the knees. 1. I got it. Whew. Alright. Alright, that's the end of that. That just deteriorates. I'm gonna turn around. Whoops, I got it. Okay, compose yourself. Okay. Back on the path. Alright. Ooh, that looks fun over there. Suspended over the ground. Woo! Huh. I don't know about you guys, but that makes my heart rate go up. Whew. Yeah, that looks like a fun one over here. Maybe I'll try from the bottom and up. It goes up and down. Alright, let's see. Here we go. You ready? So, funny story. On all my times in the parks, not once have I ever fallen on a night hike. In the daytime, I tumble all the time. Climbing up spaces I'm not supposed to be, getting muddy. Alright. We're gonna start on this guy, attempt to work our way up, transfer to that guy, go over, and then up. Okay. Ooh, ooh, that's okay, that's okay. Here. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Whew. Okay, a little bit of a step up here. Let me get in position. Oh, just step up over here, around this branch. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to navigate those branches, and that up is a significant upswell. Oh. Okay, we're good. We're good. Holy crap, we were almost not good. Get the foot down. Get the foot down. All right. Yeah, the hard part is keeping the phone placed on my feet so you can see what I'm doing. Whew, sometimes I flail around. Ooh, like right now you can't see my one leg is like, whew, it shoots off to counterbalance me. Okay, we're going down. Bend the knees slightly on the way down. And then get the other foot on. Okay, now we're going up. I don't know if you can see. There's a fairly steep incline. Some knobs halfway. See if I can lean forward. Put my weight behind it. If I can get one foot on that knob, I'll be good. Just have to. Alright, don't fall. But if you fall, make sure somebody's watching, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I declare some more. Holy shiitake mushrooms. At least 6 feet up here. But I can make it all the way to the end. And it looks like I might be able to hop to one of those. So, here we go again. But yeah, I am up a little ways. Luckily, I made it up the branch. Okay, this one's pretty big, so not too hard. Okay, now, where is the strongest spot? Should I go down here? No. Alright. Okay, I can get my foot around the end here. Grip on. I'm going to go for the lower one. I'm going to miss that big knob. I'm going to try to aim and land right there. Probably about 5-6 feet in between these, but got like a foot or two in height. So bend the knees, get real low, reach out with one foot. Okay. All right. Step up onto the tall one. A little springy, but maybe that'll help me jump to that guy. Okay, we want to go a couple steps down this so we can clear off and get away from some of the knobs on the other one. Okay, aim for right there. This is a little further. Bend the knees, make my toes into fists. Luckily this one's got a little, well, I was on it, but I had to spring back off. Okay, we'll try that again. Okay. I got it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I guess I could try to jump back. Aim for the fat part of the tree. Maybe not. Let's see, I could probably make it up there, over to that little branch, and we'll see where that goes. Guys, where's the trail? I don't know, but we'll find out. Here we go. Can I make it up this branch? This one's pretty wide too, so not much of an issue. Just had to get around these guys. Sorry. Ooh, don't stab me. All right. Over. Ow. Yeah, I could definitely make it to that, but this one does continue up a little more. Hey, and that might be maybe the path. Oh, whoa. I think I see it down there. All right, we're gonna keep going up here. Ooh, tree in the eye. All right, yeah, I think that is as far as I can go here. There's a tree right here I can hug around. All right, boom. Now, if I was a hiking trail, where would I be? Anywhere? All right, well, I guess I'll just do some trailblazing. Maybe it'll be fun. Go back down, balance on this tree again. And I'll go down the other limb this time. Whew. Yeah, my feet aren't cold anymore. I've acclimated. But yeah, so probably 2.5 feet under my knees, and then it gets higher and higher off the ground. Why step up when I can take a couple steps back and jump on it? All right. This is how I practice at the park. Not specifically this park. There's another park where they have a 2x8, or a fence made of 2x8s, and I would run back and jump on top of it, see if I could stick the landing, and then go down to the end of the fence and back. Which, fun fact, I will have you know, I made it all the way down to the end and back multiple times at that park. And there was a gap for a gate where people could come in, so I had to hop from one 4x4 post onto another one to get back down to where I could balance on. So that was something too. But unfortunately, I've stopped there a couple times over the past year and a half, and the fence is gone, which luckily they're probably fixing it. But hey, I need places to balance. All right, here we go again. I'm on a tree. And we still haven't even made it to my favorite tree, guys. I think I might be lost. Yeah, so even though this one's higher off the ground, it's pretty big. And since I'm taking the other branch, this one, instead of that one, which has a big slope down, it should be easier. I was almost not able to make it up that side, but luckily there's a big knot on the wood. And I was able, hey, should I jump down to that one? That's a good 3-4 feet. I could probably hop down there. Let me get right here. Hopping down is easy. Do you think I could hop back up? All right, so on a big hop down like this, I bend my knees basically until I'm crouching. And then the feet go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I get balance. I got it. All right. Now, yeah. Now, can I get from here to there? I don't know, but we're gonna try. Whew. Also, ooh. I wonder if I could make it on that. Do you think that would hold my weight? Once, if I can jump back up on this, I might be able to go all the way up there and then hop down to that one. And hey, that might just be natural runoff. I thought it was the trail. All right, no more hesitating. Bend the knees. Ooh, pull the pants up. And here we go. Yeah, this one, from where my feet are, it's at least 5 feet away from me, and at least 4.5, 5 feet off the ground. So we are going to back up so I can get more of a running start. 1, 2, time to fly. Holy crap. I almost had to step across to that branch, but I didn't need to. Also, to anyone who's watching, thank you for putting up with me. This was not what I planned on filming when I came out here today. I was just gonna put the phone in my mouth and climb up my tree. All right, this is a pretty steep incline. If I can get my foot on that knot, and then there's a little knot there and a knot up there. If I can get up this first part here. Oh, I had to touch it with my hand. That normally I try not to touch it with my hand. That's kind of cheating for me. So I'm trying to work. Okay. On my balance. All right. Shift the feet. I got to get my left foot where my right one is. And then I got to free float my right foot up to here. Oh God. We gotta, hand is on it again. Okay. Reset. Oh, this one's a little wobbly. Okay. hands on it again. Okay. Whew. Hey, there's my friendly crow. He's saying, "What are you doing, Dwayne?" Okay, that one's a no-go. Luckily, there's this one here I could jump on. All right. Yeah, it was just a little too wobbly and a little too much of an incline. But, I can make my way up here, over to that one, up and around there. Okay, spin around. The bark is coming off of this one, it's a little dead. Be a little careful. Although, if I do lose my balance, there was that one over there. Up and over. Okay. Through or around. We're going to go around. Put my foot on that root. And then onward. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Hey, here I can do 1 foot, 1 foot. Till we join up. Okay, around this guy. And up we go. Up, up, up. Over this. Take a breath. Hop. Up to that guy. Or over to this one. We're going to go over. All right, center. Center. Okay. Definitely, maybe shouldn't have worn my scarf. What a fun guy. All right, from here, I'll go all the way up to the top. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Whew. Slope's up. I'm going to see if I can make that slope at the top of the ridge. It'll be a great place to realign with the trail. Okay. Snake my arm around a tree there. But not a lot of clearance. All right, under this branch. Well. Don't worry, guys. This isn't that tree, so I'm just moving it out of the way. Luckily, I have this where I can lean my ankle against, give me extra balance. I'm good. Nope, had to grab the tree. All right, reset. Good to go. Lunge forward for that. Going uphill is harder. Hey. Trampoline tree. Whoop, whop. Okay, hand him off. Whew. All right, let's realign. Over, under, top of the ridge. All right. This looks like a trail. Hey. Maybe I should stay on the trail this time. Or maybe not. Let's see. Run. Jump. Good to go. Whoop. And I'm off. So, okay. We're going to my tree now. Oh, yeah. My heart is racing. That was a lot of balancing. Got a little wobbly there. Definitely a little nerve-wracking. Boom, little bird's nest or squirrel's nest. Hard to tell. Ironically, there's a lot of cars parked here. It was a busy day. So I wonder if anybody saw me jumping around. Hey. But yeah. How's everyone's day going? Now, if I had master level balancing skills, I would attempt this, but I don't, and I'm not going to. At least not without my harness, which I don't have with me. How cool would it be? Do you think it would hold me if I made it all the way up and down that one? There's a knob there I could use for my foot. Maybe use one of the branches. But like I said, I'm not going to try it. Not today, at least. My feet are too muddy for that. Also, fun fact, wonder if anyone's going to follow my footprints. Because I'm leaving them here. One step at a time, eh? Also, ironically, remember when I said this isn't the trail I wanted to be on? We're back at that trail. This is not the trail. This is not the trail I want to be on. Guys. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. That's where I started balancing. All right. Don't get distracted, Dwayne. Keep it together. You can do this. Fun fact. I can orient a map and navigate with a compass. But where's the fun in that, right? Hip, hop, hip, down, over, jump, jump, jump. That sound like fun, guys? All right, we'll go here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. The challenging part is, like we're saying, you can't just step on it. You gotta hop up on there like a boss and move this dead branch out of the way. 3, 2, 1, hop. Holy shit, Takis. Whew. All right, so this one is mobile. All right, so we are going to hop, skip, and jump. I'm gonna jump and put one foot on it and just take like a half step over to the other one. All right, back up. Okay, we are gonna go up here, over there, maybe down this one, over to that one, back to the trail. Won't get distracted. Ooh, this goes over. Okay, I'm sticking to the plan, although that looks fun too. Down on this one. Ooh. Over. Ooh. Okay, hold it together. 3, 2, 1. Hop. This one is also a little mobile. All right, keep it together, Dwayne. Just to the end. Oh, come on. Heave. Okay, and I'm off. That one kind of wasn't my fault, though. It broke underneath my fat weight. All right, a couple thorns there, but I'm okay. Whew. I got like Paul Bunyan feet, except in Florida, because they have literal spiky grass. Yep, so in Florida I have baby feet. But up here, Paul Bunyan all the way. I foot the bill. You know, I'm not dipping my toes in the water. We're going all in. Yeah, they don't know what's wrong with me or how to fix me. But it's okay. Gotta attack those hills. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I balanced up that guy. Hopefully I don't run into any people. But if I do, you'll see me awkwardly make small talk. Oh, great day for a hike, right? Yeah, sometimes I just smile and nod. Yeah, I'm one of those people where random strangers that I don't know will come up to me and tell me strangely intimate details about their life that I do not want to know. So, I try to keep the small talk to a minimum now and just smile and nod. Don't give them the opening. All right. Now, we're going to see where I went wrong. Because this is about where we were. Okay. Ironically, we're back to where we ended and started. Okay, so we're going to go up and over. Yeah, so what are you guys doing out on this wonderful day? You get the chance to get outside? It said 51 at least. It's hard not to balance on this. It's right in my path. But I already did it. You saw it. I jumped from there to there. I made it. All right. So the pine trees are off in that direction. Doo-doo. So many fun things to balance on. I gotta keep it together, guys. Ooh. Yep. Do I get distracted easily? Maybe. But is it awesome and entertaining? Hopefully. I mean, I find it. I entertain myself. Okay, so we did that one. I climbed up that incline and made it that way. But now I can do this one maybe? It looks like the trail meets up there and goes around. So if I take this one to that one and go up that one, maybe hop up to that one, I can end up back at the trail. Okay. Like I said, why step on it when you can run and hop on it? Ooh, fast. Whew, luckily, I almost lost it there, but there's a second one I caught myself on. All right, reset. This is a little iffy here. I can see right through there. Whoop, leg off to the side. Bring it back. Not trying to rotate. Oh, shoot. Okay, reset. Okay. All right, we're gonna try it. Feather foot low. Do you hear that little crack? Light step. Oh, light step. Okay, onto the bigger one now. Ooh, perfect timing. Onto the big one. Ooh. And up we go. Ow. This one's a little pokey. Ow. Okay, I'm off of it. All right, reset. 3, 2, 1. Okay, made it to this one. Whew. Also hollow right here. Over, up, ha! All right, touch this one. Ow, ooh, ha. These spiky ones are really a treat. Okay. Over. Ow. Yep, 3, 2, 1. Ha. Huh. Well, that does not look like where the trail is, but let me see if this will hold my weight. Whoa, spongy. And show you this wonderful view. Beautiful. Love nature. Yes, I will be going down and around through that hill. All right, can I turn around? Okay. All right, we're going this way. Yeah, Lucian Moran Park, guys. Empire Boulevard. Nice little restaurant next door. You can stop at, refuel. Great place. Ho. Okay. That is a pretty steep decline. Huh. If I can make it around that little one, I might be able to make it down. And, why not? Let's see if I can hop from there to there. Luckily, there's 2, so if I need to, I can put a foot on each in my landing. All right, this one's sloped a little down. Let me see if I can do a little running hop up there. I'm gonna have to turn after. All right, keep it together. Turn the feet right down to the end. Grab on my monkey feet. Bend the knees. Reach out. And yeah, I did the 1-in-1. I mean, it's not cheating if the tree gave me the option. Bend the knees, lean back. I'm gonna have to limbo under this. Oh, I'll crouch. Now I'm walking like I'm a midget. Check this out. See if I can not fall when doing this. Under the branch. Okay. Now the next part. I had to get around this guy. If I can stand back up. One underneath. I'm definitely gonna put a couple fingers on here. Swing one over. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. If it slides, let your foot slide. Grip. Second foot. Alright, turn back around. Turn back around. Yeah, this one is definitely more of a downward slope. Ooh, but hey, I believe I need to get down this hill and then up that hill. And maybe I'll try balancing on some of those guys down there. I could definitely make that hop from that guy to that guy. But that one goes up pretty steep. So I don't know if I'll have enough counterbalance and or footholds. All right, I'm going. Come on. Let's see if I can make it all the way to the end of this dead one. Then I'll hop off and go over to that log. Yeah, the slopes make it hard. Because then I have to try not to slide. The bark is coming off. A couple more steps. Luckily my toe caught in the bark. Because I was sliding. Okay. That was fun. Yeah. I think I can definitely hop from that one to that one. No problem. I'm gonna wipe the mud off my feet. Caught myself. Like I said, I've only fallen in the daytime, never at night. Okay. Yeah, we can definitely make it down there. Going up that one might be a little something. Alright. In a good position to hop up there, because why step when you can hop? Whew, this one's big. So it should be fairly easy. I mean, going downhill is a little more difficult. But this one's bigger. Looks like there's some slick spots up there. So, take it slow. Not putting my full weight down. Crunching those toes together. Leaning backwards. Okay, easy. Now, over to that guy. Get close to the edge. Okay, that actually doesn't look too bad. That one would be kind of a hike. Alright, I'll just do a little hop over here. Also, I want to say, this guy is wiggling. It's moving under my fat body weight. Up, up, up. Alright, we're at the spot. I'm going to go over this one. Since it's in my path, I'm going to put 2 fingers on it. This branch is already broken, and it looks dead, so, well, it's actually holding on there pretty good. I'll just bend this over here, 2 fingers, over, and over, okay. Up, 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 up. Oh. I touched this log over here. Okay, recenter. Okay. Forward momentum. Hard going up when you're at a stop. You gotta lean back and then propel. But once you get going, it is not too. We're good. We're good. Oh goodness, it's not too bad. I grabbed onto that guy. Okay, can I make it? Okay, I definitely don't think I can jump from this guy to that guy. But I'll just continue up the hill. Maybe I can balance on that guy over there. I'm gonna come to the end of this. There's a little hill. I'm gonna hop over there on the ground. All right. Follow the path of least resistance. Go over here so I can hop up on that one. Here we go. Okay, on and off. All right, we're gonna try that again. 1, 2, 3. I didn't even jump. I slipped in the mud. I guess I gotta dig my feet in right there. Dig my toes in. Oh, okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Up. Okay. Around? Or jump over there. We're gonna go for that one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I had it until I didn't. Ooh, all right. This looks like a trail to me. Yes, here we go, guys. We want to go this way. Pink trail, not the one I wanted. But I guess we're on an adventure. See a lot more. I stubbed my toes. Whew. Yeah, a lot more to balance on over here. Whew. I wonder, will that won't hold my weight, will it? Not this big one. That will. Alright, we'll hop up here and we'll see how it goes. Okay, here to there to there. Huh. That little branch would be fun. Like I said, long legs help. Okay. Sideways. And over. Yeah, boom. All right. That looks dead and hanging, so we can brush it out of the way, which just actually helps with my balance. A little bit, huh? I love finding little spikes, because that is like an added test to my balance. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, this one goes on further than I thought. Didn't mean to go faster there. I was losing it though. I got it. Alright, at the end. Boom. Back off the trail. Hey! Deer tracks. Hard to say of the weather. Definitely today though. Say 4 to 6 hours. Not a professional though. Okay, we'll just blaze our own trail. Let's see. Should I balance? That looks dangerous. But I think I might be able to get on that one and maybe jump down to that one and miss where it's broken. Do you think that would be doable? Or do you think that would be silly? I could make it from there to there, go down to there, and then maybe bounce on that one over and back, because I do believe I want to go that way. Let me test this out a little. Oh, there's 2 of them. Yeah, that could definitely hold me. Alright, let's get a running start so we can hop up on this guy. I have to jump over this stuff on the ground. So whenever I need to do a far jump like that, I'll land with like my feet probably like a 45-degree angle on the side. It stops the momentum and then I can readjust. Okay, that was close. Okay. Do the little crouch down again and see if I can make it to that. This knob is kind of in my way. If I use my hand, I could definitely make that hop. We'll do it. I'm going to use this hand right here. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I don't know if you heard that, but it partially caved under my weight. But luckily I was able to make it on top of the other foot. Holy goodness, that was something. Watch out for loose bark. Some trees are all bark, no bite. Around this tree, around this tree. Around it. Don't get caught. Okay. Okay. Easy. Easy peasy. Alright. That tree? Let's do it. Also, of course, if you guys know any spots to balance on or any wonderful parks that have fences I can balance on, let me know. I actually like balancing on the fences because they're a lot more narrow. Yes. Down there, some sort of a path. I believe that's where I want to be. Okay, I'm gonna come up here. We're gonna hop onto this one. Hey, I hear people. But luckily, I'm over here, off the path. Hop. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Guys, if we don't make it to my tree by the end of this video, I sincerely apologize. Okay. A little decaying. A lot of little spikies that I hope I don't fall on. But we're doing it. Alright. Where to from here? That one. Alright. Yeah, I'll just hop down over here. Make my way over. 3, 2, 1. Alright, boom. Here we go. All here people, and animals, which are better in my opinion. Alright. I'm gonna get on the other side of this log. Oh, ooh, I can hop on it. Here we go. Alright, so let's see. A little dead, but yep, definitely wet, slippery, but nothing we can't handle. And so now I know that is the path down there. The stone path turns into that dirt path. Okay, I don't even need to put my arms out anymore. Down we go. Okay. That one? This one. We'll go maybe this one. See how long it will hold me. Alright, spending. Hop off here. That's 2, 3. Yeah, that's the other hard part. Just trying to hop off of a tree that's suspended in the air. More difficult than it sounds. Got to jump both legs at the same time. Ooh. Yes. Nothing to worry about, just some thorns. This would be cool. Dig that out, put some stones in there, do like a nice comfy wraparound chair. Love it. Caught myself. Whew. But like I said, who cares? I can take a tumble, it's fine. Here we go. Wow. Nope, that branch tried to steal my hat. Alright, we can definitely make it all the way down this. It's definitely wet and spongy. I'll put my scarf underneath my underarms. And, oh, it's a little layered. Take the high ground. I've got the high ground. These are not the trees you're looking for. All right. On to the path, people. Also, I should mention, there's no bathrooms here, so we might have to stop at the restaurant next door. I had to pee since I got here, so whew. I used to balance on that one. I'll flip it around so you can see. This one! Yeah, that was a fresh cut a few years ago. Yeah, it looks a little rotted now, but I used to go up that branch, up to this one, down, hop to that one, hop across. What are the odds you think that'll still hold my weight? We're gonna try it. Okay. I am not gonna hop up on this one. I'm just gonna start walking from here, and we're gonna go for it. Okay. Huh. It feels fairly solid. That's hanging on by one thread up there. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Over the stick. Over the stick. Over the stick. Oh goodness! One foot's off to the side. One foot's off to the side. Bring it back. I stepped on the stick. You see, he's hanging on right by it. Whew. Yeah, it definitely took a tumble there, guys. Whew, I didn't think that would hold my weight. But you never know until you try, right? Whew. Well, unfortunately, that one is off the balancing list. All right, well, we're almost to where I wanted to show you. I see the pine trees. Also, gate post. The other one is demolished. Yeah, probably was gated off back when the National Guard used to train here. Whew. Definitely broke the bar out of my smartwatch during that tumble, so I'm gonna have to replace that when I get back to the car. Because luckily I have my little watch kit in there. I'm fine. Also, sewer system. We're going this way, that way. But yeah, so definitely use the restroom before you get here. Or, I'm lost service there. But we're back. This is my tree. It's looking a little more rickety than it used to. Broken branch here, buddy. What's going on? You still gonna be able to hold me? Yep, I can hold. Alright, I'm coming in and out of reception here, guys. So for anyone who is watching, thank you very much for bearing with me. Over there is also one of my favorite trees. You can lay on that low-hanging branch. Alright, I'm gonna tighten up this bracelet so hopefully it doesn't fall off. I'm gonna put the phone in my mouth and we're going up. Alright. Never put my phone in my mouth before. Oh, man. Hello. Okay. Yeah. I thought that was the spot down there. But this is my spot. Yeah. Put this nice branch between my shoulder blades. You saw? I lead my little leggies through the branches. And then I can just chill, meditate. Probably like 20 or 25 feet down. And not like 25 feet up in the tree, just like 25 feet down, because this tree is on like the top of a little hill, so the ground is a little further away. But this is my favorite tree in the Lucien Morin Park. This is where one of the spots I like to come and meditate. And no matter how busy the park is, nobody finds me up here. Literally nobody. Except one time I gave directions to a bunch of lost hikers. They were like, "Where are you?" I was like, "I'm in the tree." And of course I had to tell them about the time when I got lost in here. I was like, "No worries, guys. Just come past the tree and back to the dirt path. It'll take you to the stone path. It'll take you to the parking lot." Boom, bam. Yeah. Normally I'd bring my water bottle, some paracord tied onto it, slung over my shoulder. I'd tie it to one of these branches up here. Yeah, no wind today, but I love swaying around in the branches. Definitely a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. Trees are healing. Also, most of the time, I wear a head wrap up here, or I can use the scarf just to keep any creepy crawlies out of my ears. Yeah, surprisingly, a lot of ants and some spiders up here. And one time, one of those little squirrels that I saw earlier, he thought it was like his tree. He squeaked at me multiple occasions I've been here. And I always talk back. I try to be friendly. I'm like, "Hey, little guy, it's just me." And I'd be like, "Come here," And one time, he came over to my tree. Yeah, there's a little grove of pine trees, so he was over in that one at first. And then he took a branch over and got into my pine tree. Well, not my tree, but, the tree I was in. So, I was sitting up at the time. I'm laying down right now. Probably can't tell because of the angle. But yeah, so I was sitting up. And there was a branch that was like 6 inches above my eye level. Pine tree branches that curves up. He went on that branch, eye level with me. Probably like 6 feet out on the branch away from me, and just chirped at me for 20 minutes. Like, "Get out of my tree, this is my tree, I live here." And that was another one of those times where I was uncertain of what to do. I was like, should I move closer? Should I not talk to him? But he just hopped away. And it's funny. I always like to think it's the same animals, because once I have an experience with one kind of animal, I seem to have a lot more encounters with them. And personally, I like to think they're the same, but probably not. The deer that I've run into over the years, probably not the same. But it's probably their kids. They've got stories about me. I'm the weird barefoot Bigfoot at night. Yeah, a couple times. The first experience I had with the deer. No, not slow connection. We'll see. Okay, we're good. So one of the first real experience that I had with the deer. So I don't know if you were here from the beginning or not, but for me, my 3 levels of interaction with the wildlife is a run-in, an encounter, and an experience. And so the first experience I had with the deer was I was at the park, laying on this big boulder, meditating. I had my eyes closed. It was a big open clearing, and I heard this weird noise. It was like, my mind wants to say chortle. Chortle. Is that a real word? But it was like a combination of a snort and like a horse braying real loud. Yeah, it was very disturbing. You know, I had my eyes closed. This is in the middle of the night. I was meditating, so I was like, Dwayne, it's a test. Keep your eyes closed. Keep meditating. Don't break concentration. So, you know, 5 minutes later, same sound. I guess I could try to mimic it. It's kind of like the Ujjayi breathing, the snoring breathing. Kind of. We'll see if I can do it. Not on the inhale, but the exhale is what it sounded like. It was like that. It was like, but it's more snorty. So I opened my eyes at that point. You know, it sounded like it was 20 feet away. It had gotten closer. I opened my eyes, and I picked my head up off the boulder, looked around. You know, I was all in meditation mode, so, you know, I wasn't like 100% with it. And I was like, yeah, it's just some deer. No worries. Laid my head back down, closed my eyes, kept meditating. 5 minutes later, sounded like it was right next to my ear. So, open my eyes, you know, look over. It's like a boulder, gravel path, and then grass. So probably like 6 to 10 feet away from me, there were 3 deer standing there. One was looking straight at me, one had its head to the left, one had its head to the right, and we locked eyes. I locked eyes with the middle one for, you know, one of those moments that feels like an eternity. And then they all jumped off in different directions. And it was hilarious. You know, they were smaller deer. They weren't spotted, you know, probably yearlings or a little more. But I could see the parents over at the tree line, and they were probably like, don't go over there, kids. And those 3 deer had to come over. But yeah, so that was one of my first experiences with the deer, where we had like a interaction. You know, they came to check me out. And that's normally the distance that I have with most animals, like 6 to 12 feet probably. Yeah, including the raccoons, the coyote, fox, lots of deer. Trying to think, you know, of course squirrels and birds, but, you know, fun times. So yeah, that's one of the first experiences I've had. But yeah, so I'm just up here laying down in my tree. Yeah, hope you guys are having a great day. This is where I'm going to leave you for now. Time to do some meditating. Yeah, I'll try not to stay up here too long. Sometimes my feet get numb. My legs fall asleep, and then I wake up and I'm like, how am I going to get out of this tree? True story. One time I fell asleep here, and I woke up and I was like, where am I? Luckily, I I'll weave my legs in and out of the branches. So even if I do take a tumble, it's not like I'm going anywhere. You know, I could be like, hey, and I can't go anywhere because my legs are over and under and over and under a bunch of branches. Oh, yeah. But yeah, thank you for tagging along with me on this wonderful journey. Check out Lucien Morin Park on Empire Boulevard down by the bay, named after Lucien Morin. No longer says it on the park sign, but he was Monroe County's first elected official. So sometimes when I come to the park, I'd like make a Facebook status, or I tell my friends, I got a meeting with Lucien Morin. They're like, who's that? So if you ever see that, that means I'm here at the park. But have a great day, everyone. Remember to get outside, enjoy this wonderful weather while we've got it. Get those feet out of those shoes. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I love swaying back and forth with the tree. Yes. I'm holding the phone with both hands, so this movement is the tree, or, you know, my body's reaction to the tree moving. Yes. Awesome. I've also been up here for a couple thunderstorms. It's pretty nice. You know, it was in like the summertime, so there were more needles on here. And the first one, I didn't really get too wet. The second one, I got drenched, but it was still worth it. Just blowing back and forth. You're in the rain. And I mean, I can climb up higher in this tree too to get a better view. This is just the best spot I found to lay, where I can weave my legs in and, you know, be comfortable. But yeah, I'm laying a couple other different spots, but I don't feel safe enough to fall asleep. But yeah, so check out the park, get outside. Thanks for tagging along with me on this journey. I'm gonna meditate for a little bit. But yeah, and slow connection. If you just tuned in for the end, rewind it like 5 minutes and you get to see me fall. Fun times. Yeah. What was that? Sometimes tree branches just break, but other times it's that little squirrel coming to yell at me. Chirp, 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 chirp. You know, it sounded like a bird at first. I was like, what the heck is that? Oh, a little cute little brown squirrel, which I heard they're violent. You know, at least towards gray squirrels. We'll see. But yeah, have a great night. Get out there. Lucia Moore Park, Empire Boulevard, next to that restaurant. Used to be McGregor's Grill and Tap Room. I used to work there. It was awesome. But yeah, come down, check it out, get outside. There's Bay Creek Canoe and Kayak Rentals. They do tours. They'll take you through the bay, tell you about the history. Great time. So bring the family out, come explore, grab a meal, you know, all the fun stuff. Haha! Yeah, I'm a goofball. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching, and catch me next time, because I could be in a tree near you. And hopefully next time I won't fall. But, I mean, you saw that thing was barely hanging on, and I could feel it slipping, but I was like, man, if I can make it 2 more feet, I could hop over to that. Next time. Well, not next time, because that's no longer there. That is down. But yeah, we'll find something else to balance that next time. And of course, if you know of any wonderful parks for me to check out, or places for me to balance, let me know. Leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Catch you next time. What? Yeah. Yep, I'm a goofball. Can't help it. See ya. Still connection. I can't hit the finish button. All right, here we go. Here we go.